I'm AJ McLaughlin.
I'm Ryan Ruiz.
I'm DJ Rich.
I'm Ruben Cesar Telford.
I'm Clinton Martinez.
And we are the hosts of Opinions and Consequences, the podcast, the show where your opinions can lead to consequences. So, choose your words wisely. Enjoy the show. Guys, man, listen, man, I wanted to welcome you guys back to another episode of Opinions and Consequences off the books. Guys, you know, in this segment, we throw away the rule book and we dive deep in the deep end into some thought-provoking, sometimes controversial, but always entertaining conversations. Guys, guess what, man? I'm your host, AJ McLaughlin, and I got a guest in the building. I want to welcome my man Ricky in the building. What's poppin', Rick? What's poppin', man? How you, man?
It was good.
Chilling?
Chilling.
How's everything? Oh, first and foremost, Happy New Year, sir.
Appreciate that, bro. You know, I had a couple of my boys, fly out to Boston with me.
Okay.
We went, we did a little partying.
Yeah?
Nothing too crazy though. As you can see, still alive, still healthy. So, it was
Like, do you normally like for your New Year's? Do you normally like just chill, or is it something where it's kind of like you out and about? You trying to bring in the New Year different?
Out here, I'm trying to be out and about. Like
Ooh.
Boston is.
Oh yeah, because you ain't from out here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where you from?
Chicago.
Chirac. Okay.
Yep.
What part?
South side.
South side. Okay. South side.
Nah. But hey, yeah, if you ain't did New Year's in Boston, it's that's a good time for sure.
Yeah. Well, have you gone out? Like, have you gone out into the Boston scene?
We were in the city, so we were. I don't know if you know, like Bodega. Like
Yeah.
Garden.
Okay.
Yep. So we
Light. Ooh.
It was solid. It was a good time, man. I told you everything gonna be high level. Everything gonna be high level.
So let me ask you this: like, how different is it from Chicago? Like in that whole like nightlife scene, is it like really?
For me, I'm not gonna lie, that's a tough question.
Stop being polite and start getting it on.
Because, bro, I never lived in Chicago as an adult. You feel me? Like,
okay.
I went to college, then I wasn't there as an adult. But from my overall, bro, Boston,
it's different.
It's different.
No, we're gonna double back to it. We're gonna double back to it. We're gonna get right into the show, people, guys. Rick, I know we spoke about this a little bit briefly not too long ago, but I know it was something along the lines of how would you go about communicating with your friends respectfully to make better decisions when rolling with a particular crowd?
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, what, you know what I mean? Dive deep into that, like, in terms of, like, what's your thoughts on that?
Okay. So, actually, recently, I had a homeboy, and this one of my guys that he tells me his dreams, his aspiration of, of what he wants to do. And, of course, I'm supportive, like, yeah, bro, you can do it, but I feel like right now, he not exactly around the people who he should be. I feel like he in the midst of trying to motivate himself and also motivate the people around him to get on mentally, at least what he's on.
Okay, I'm happy.
So nevertheless, he came to me with an idea, and crazy enough, when we were talking, I told him, like, bro, when you get your stuff going right, that's gonna be motivating to me. You feel me?
Big facts.
And it was a 3-way call. It was me and him and my other boy. So
yeah,
I feel like in the most respectful way, we telling him, like, yo, you got your potential, but you need to stop wasting time with the people you're around. Like, why you wasting time with these people?
Okay,
you could be solo brainstorming or just getting stuff together by yourself. But since you're around the wrong crowd, all the time you got.
And for the viewers out there, it's different. It's a little different, you guys could probably relate to this situation, but I do understand it, because it's like sometimes, I don't know if you know the saying, birds of the same feathers flock together, but not necessarily in the same context that they're doing the same things. And not to know, like, I don't know, like, in terms of how close their friends are or how tight knit their relationship is with his peoples, but I do believe that everybody Like if you with your own crew people, like if you with your own crew, like I'm assuming that you guys, you know, mean well for each other. But at the same time, I do understand where you're coming from because yo, like I could be doing one thing, but then they could be doing a whole different things. But at the same time, it don't coexist with what you got going on. It kind of happened with me with like, you know, with playing ball. Like, yo, I was always in the gym while my peoples were always out partying. So it's kind of like, yo, bro, I can't even go because I gotta go to the gym. Damn, bro, you on this whole workout tip, like, yo, you know what I mean? So it's just like they mean well and they're still within my life, but like at the same time, I get it. Sometimes in certain situations like that, you can be
it's a tough spot. Overall, you definitely want to just be positive. Cause I mean,
and that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Cause I mean, if this person really your friend, you could see the potential, you know, and you know, in the people around you, you know. So you definitely just want to stay positive. You don't want to go negative with your people and
make them pick.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And he's right. You know what I mean. Like in terms of being able to communicate with that with your close friend, significant other, or whatever the case is, like you do have to choose your words wisely when it comes down to like, yo, big dog, yo, I think you should focus on this. Boom, boom. Maybe not go out clubbing with them every week. Maybe twice a month. You know what I mean. Like, but try to make that happy medium where you know what I mean. Like you're not playing tug of war.
Right. I mean, and honestly, you got to think, even for, you know, somebody like you don't got time to play tug of war.
Exactly.
These conversations are sparse, you know, like
super.
You know, like you don't got time to be pulling somebody along. You're trying to get your own stuff going.
Bingo.
So, yeah.
Damn, man. Just shout out to you. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's a little tough, bro. That's super tough. I do have this question for you. How does one maintain their previous relationship with a person when you're leveling up and they're not? Once again, how does one maintain their previous relationship with a person when you're leveling up? You know, I know a lot of people go through this.
Gotcha. I feel like this, definitely in the world we live in now, your friends see it, at least they could see it possibly on social media if they're around you. They could see that like, all right, you know, they're going somewhere, they're doing something. But I think the main thing is you don't want to put it in their face like, hey, see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
You want to just keep everything genuine, you know, and keep the friendship a friendship. Like base y'all conversations around friendship. Now, if they bring up what you're doing, or if they want help or some advice, we can talk about that. But I think the main thing is you don't want to, as you start growing and becoming this new person, you don't want to throw that in somebody's face.
Yeah, like making it seem like you're better than them.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? And you know, to be fair, you know, there's different levels up. There's different leveling up in terms of you could be leveling up from this person getting into a serious relationship and you no longer doing the whole like, yo, let's go out, let's go grab girls or females, or let's go talk to guys and all this extra stuff. That could be a different level up. So it doesn't have to necessarily be that, yo, like you got to level up in terms of your career, you know, finances, where you live and all that extra stuff. But it is important. I could dig it like in terms of it, you know what I mean, keep like maintaining that same like, yo, the way I do it is by sharing. If that makes any sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, say if I'm coming up with the finances, like say if I'm making money, I'm now going to share that opportunity with you. Like, yo, big dog, oh, yo, listen, yo, I'm getting money over here, boom, boom. Let's go ride. Okay, now this sounds bad, but you know what I mean. That's how you get into the drug industry. Okay. I'm like, yo, don't be here. So I'm like, yo, I got this. I'm moving weight,
right,
big dog. Like, you know what I mean. But at the same time, it's true. Like that's the only way that I can maintain my same relationship with you knowing you for a long time instead of me just being like, yeah, bro, I'm getting money. Go find out how to get money.
Nope. Yeah. Can't do that.
Like, have you had situations where you've had to kind of like figure it out for somebody or kind of leave somebody behind? Or
I've had situations where I've gave people advice, but not directly, more in like an indirect way. You may have a friend that's in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
That's not supportive of them growing. So I may say something, and I've said this to my homies, like, hey, I'm telling you this, bro. Like, if you had your whatever together, you wouldn't be dealing with that. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, if you had it together, you wouldn't be dealing with that. And, I say it in a funny way, and we just move on. It ain't something like we just stay on.
Okay, so it's not like you low key roasting them like, yo, this is your fault, my boy. Like,
yeah,
this is
it's
your
like
fault.
that, and your genuine friends, they gonna take.
Yeah, like people that's really 10 toes down with you, they're gonna be like, yeah, you ain't lying, big dog.
Yeah,
they're not gonna take it offensively. But then the people that really don't mess with you like that, what you mean?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gonna see what I mean.
Yeah.
You gonna see what I'm talking about, bro. Hey.
But do you like? Has it ever been a situation where like you felt that you came across or you went into it in it was not the sincere way that you wanted it to be? Like, you know what I mean? You meant well, but you could have done it better.
Honestly, I'm gonna say no.
You tread lightly.
Yeah, I try to. I don't try to just go hard on people. I try to like give you a little bit of advice, and hey, I'm gonna leave it at that. I gotta get back to what I'm doing, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I ain't gonna let. Now it's different with my little brother. Like with me.
Okay, yeah, that's different. That's different.
Fam talk is hey,
so with the fam is different.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
Because it's like you ain't going nowhere. You feel me? You family. Like.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. There's certain family out there, yo. They hitting the bricks. I know you did have this other question. Do you deal with imposter syndrome sometimes when you grow or go into a new spaces?
Me personally, I have.
Yeah, this is important, people. Listen to this because, you know what I mean? Before you go in, like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people start new jobs, all this extra stuff, and, like, these are considered new spaces, people. Like, you know what I mean? So you have to be mindful, like, this is definitely something that somebody or a lot of people are going through. Go ahead, bro.
So, yeah, it happened at my first job. So, I came out here, I work in actuarial science. So actuarial science is like the statistical / like prediction side of insurance.
Oh, so you're like a nerd.
I am. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, big dog. Ain't nothing wrong. He's like, yeah. You're like, yeah, no, I am a nerd.
Yeah. So, but when I started, when I started, bro, I was essentially the only person in the office that looked like me.
Oh,
so
you was the only khaki color.
You feel me?
Okay then.
So I'm in there.
Oh
and
man,
I'm like,
definitely waffle color, dog. Go ahead.
And it was. I mean, I wasn't surprised. I knew it was going to be like that. But
yeah,
actually in the environment when it's just like you, and then you got to figure out the politics of how the office works.
Yeah.
Who really has your best interest and things of that sort.
I'm hip.
In my case, it did work out with the people around me. They had my best interest, so they were able to help me grow. But initially, I want to say the first year or so, I definitely felt like, do I belong here? Am I smart enough? Like,
so you had doubts and all that extra stuff. Okay.
For sure. But it went away after I passed my first exam while working. Like I passed one in college and I passed my second one while working. After I passed that one, I'm like, yeah, yo, you supposed to be here. Like,
okay,
you're smart enough.
Okay,
like,
all right, big dog.
So,
all right. So like that was your syndrome in terms of being like, yo, like.
It was bad, bro. It was bad.
Now was it based off of your knowledge or just based off of your surroundings? Because I know you did mention the whole thing like, yo, you was the only khaki colored brother out there, but like was that predominantly it, or was it like, yo?
It it was a combination of both, and I say from a knowledge standpoint, sometimes, and this is what I say about the politics of knowing like who has your best interest.
Correct.
Because some people, you know, when you're working with people, some people pull you to the side like, hey, this is what it, you know, it really is. Like, you good, calm down, you learn it. Then other people may, you know, try to play with your emotions a little bit and make it seem like you're supposed to know this. You know? I'm hip. And that just throw extra doubt on you. But it wasn't until I started meeting other people in the company, I'm like, man, don't nobody know nothing. We all learning.
He's like, hold on.
You know, we all learning.
Greg don't know nothing about what's going on. He's like, you know, Greg.
So when it started going like that, when I started meeting other people, I figured out like, hey, we all learning together. Like, you good, calm down, you know, give your best effort every day, and everything will fall in place. So.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you, big dog. I gotta clap it. It's true though, like, you know what I mean? Like, we all deal with it differently. You know, and it doesn't matter wherever you're at, people. You know, it's different ways on being able to deal with certain stuff. Is, you know, the way I deal with it is I'm the way I am no matter what or wherever am I at. So it's kind of like, that's one of those things where it kind of lightens the mood for a lot of people. Meaning that, you know what I mean, if I don't have to change who I am like on a daily basis, or like, say if we're going to the bar later, or say if we're in the office, obviously, you know, professionalism is, you know, the everyday thing, but it shows your character in terms of being like, yo, damn, Rick he's the same way in the office and out the office. Like, he's not somebody that I know is going to change on me. Yep. You know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of times people, like, when you have the ability to do that, a lot of people gravitate to you more because they think that you're more genuine. And that's just from my perspective. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, we all share different perspectives and we all share different characters where, you know what I mean? Like, you might go through a certain thing like this. I might go through certain things like this, but, you know what I mean? That's how I deal with it. You know what I mean? I take everyone for the grain of salt and be like, yo, you a real one or something like that, until you do something where it's like, yo, bruh, that was some, you know what I mean? Yeah. He said, Ricky said, yeah. Let me ask you this. How does one encourage their significant other to unlock their potential greatness without seeming controlling? Once again, how does one person encourage their significant other to unlock their potential greatness without seeming controlling? Okay. Go ahead, B-Dog.
I really think a lot of success, at least in my life, it starts in the gym. Like, it's like,
okay.
You know, of course you're gonna get the physical results.
Yeah, you look like you bench like 315.
Nah. But I think a lot of it starts in the gym. So I've had people that I've dated and I've gotten them to start going to the gym, but I had to explain to them that, like, this isn't about only the physical results that you're gonna get from it. Like, mentally, you're gonna get tougher. You pushing yourself through something that's gonna carry over to other things. I mean, most of the people I've dated, they go do their job. They do their job well, but I need more. You know, we need to have a mindset of, we got to do more. We need to be more active. We need to.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of success starts in the gym for sure.
Okay. No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Like, but in the sense that, you know what I mean, do you think that's their great potential? You know what I mean? Like, my thing is just like, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I hear what you're saying. Yep. Like, in terms of you building something with your significant other in order to become more greater together and all that extra stuff, you know, health as well, all that extra stuff. But in terms of unlocking their true potential, in terms of being like, yo, listen, like, like if your significant other was a great artist,
right,
but at the same time, you never see her draw.
Hey, man, we about to go to the crayon store and get it.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so like, that's my thing. My thing is just like, yeah, I personally, I'll take you to the Museum of Science. I'll go to Arts and Craft. I'll do the what's that thing called? Wine night or something like that where you draw.
Yeah, at the end of the day though, even with things like that, I give you a little push, but you gotta be, you gotta
want it.
Yeah,
you gotta want it.
You gotta flow on
yourself. But a lot of times, like and I do, and people could probably resonate with us on this conversation. I feel like a lot of times people are not go-getters. You have to kind of tell them. Sometimes it's like I hear that from you in terms of be like, yo, I could lead a horse to water, but I can't make him drink it. Type shit. Like, so like my whole thing is just like, but sometimes certain people need to be told what to do, because it's like, and you're in the physical, like you in the gym and all that stuff. Like, think about it from that perspective. Like, how many people have you probably trained with that they could do it, but they're like, how many you want me to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying, dude?
Yep. I think you got to be able to know how to create a situation that works for them emotionally. And when I say emotionally, like, let them know that you're proud of them, like why it's going on, like keep it going. Like, I've say this because I worked out with different people, and you in shape, so you already go at a certain level.
Correct. Yeah.
But what I learned, like early on when I was working out with certain people, I was being like more like, come on, like you can do this, like stop, or I'm trying to motivate you, but it's coming from a negative side.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but when I flipped it, and even for the smallest things, like, hey, good job, like, okay, like you ain't have to do it all, but you good, like.
So you're the type that he's the type that everyone gets a trophy.
Hey, but
nothing wrong with that. He's
no,
because
this dude squatting with no hands.
Okay, first of all,
so we already know how you wired, but everybody don't got that intensity.
Now you're right though. You're right. So and you're right. The way that you're going about it is the teacher way. And that's how a lot of times people respond better by positivity. They're going to respond better. But like, if you're right, you're absolutely right in terms of like, yo, if you're too aggressive with them, you might lose them. You might lose them in terms of being like, yo, damn, chill, man. Like, yo, chill, dog. Like, I'm good. Like, I can't do 135. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it'd be like that. But, I find it with people, like everybody, guys, like, you just got to find that happy median where it's, like you said, like, it's not too controlling. You're not like, yo, do this, but you got to actually want it too. All right, feel me? On that type of vibe. Listen, I know we in the new year, big dog. I gotta do this, man. What is your resolution, bro? Like, we don't gotta go deep into this, man, but like, what is like, how do you go about doing your resolutions? Like, you know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm not going in with resolutions. I'm kind of unconventional. Like, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't do Valentine's Day.
Damn.
I'm more like, with certain things, I'm not gonna lie, I want to be on my own time, and
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, I want to be on my own time, and I want to be able to create a solution for something in March. If I see something like, I need to change this or whatever. So honestly, I never done it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I never done it. I'm more like I'm gonna get it done when it's time. When I see some changes I need to make, I'm gonna start working on the changes. But I'm not gonna give myself that facade of like, hey, this is January, I'm gonna start doing this.
No, I hear what you're saying, because I'm with you. I'm with you on that, because I feel like a lot of people, well, you know what I mean? I just feel like a lot of people, and we talk about this all the time with the other guys on the show, but like we talk about how people are very not.
I got you. I'm listening.
Not I won't say not genuine, but not, they just say it to say it.
Yeah.
Because it's for the time. It's for the time being, like, yo, I'm just gonna say it just for right now because it is what it is. But in actuality, nah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my resolutions, people, is the same thing every year.
For real. I mean, I know people that, 5 years ago, they said they was, 5 years ago, they said they was going to be leaving this person. We going to stop dating.
Oh, man.
There's some families built now. There's some families.
No, it's true, though, because I just tell my resolution every year is just like this, people.
Yep.
Keep your promises. That's my resolution. Every year, keep your promises, But now I make small goals. Every year, I make smaller new goals. Where it's just like, yo, bro, that's it. That's all I want you to do, big dog. My advice to you guys, bringing in this new year, folks, do what works for you. Get the small wins, okay, guys? Like, don't do these over the top, like, oh my God, this year I'm losing 20 pounds. Let's start at 5. Let's start by saying, I'm not gonna eat cookies this year. Or let's start, it's little things, bro. But a lot of people don't realize how big those little things become.
Yep.
But everybody wants to do no, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds. I'm gonna go to the, and then they'll be so upset at their failures because you set the bar so high. And you know what I mean? In the life that we're in now, is just like, yo, bro, you got to chill. You got to bet out there. You one day at a time.
That's facts, That's facts.
Damn. Okay, listen, man, before we wrap it up, man, I need you to tell me something positive or negative, man, or you can do some toxic stuff, okay?
I'm gonna go positive. All right, like I was telling you earlier with my field, it's a lot of actuarial exams.
Yeah.
And up to this point, I failed more exams than I passed. I passed 2.
Let's keep it in 100.
But the thing is, your failures is a part of the process. Like when you look back at it, when you get what you want,
it's not a loss, it's a lesson.
It's a lesson. You just be like, hey, that was just part of the process. But you're happy. At the end of the day, when you keep going, you're gonna be more happy with yourself and most probably your lifestyle too. When you keep going, quitters don't get rewarded. So no matter what, keep pushing through it. Like if it's, you may be going through a little drought, but you gotta know if you built a certain way, you're gonna come up out of it. You're gonna be good.
Sound like he running for office, man. That's crazy. He's like, yo, man, nah, man. Just to piggyback off that, man, you ain't lying, man. Guys, it's a new year. I ain't gonna, you know what? I did tell him I was gonna be toxic, but I was like, it's a new year, bro. Let me just be positive really quick. Just stay focused, be mindful, and like I said, man, take the little wins. Little wins are gonna get you closer and closer to the bigger wins. You know what I mean? You gotta chip at it. Stay great, stay in shape. Happy New Year's. Yeah, that's it. Actually, Rick, where can they reach you guys at or reach you at?
Oh yeah, so I'm on Instagram at Ricky RICKY money. Instead of an O, it's a 0. So maybe
I'm gonna put it right at the bottom. You see it, guys? You see it? Yeah, it's at the bottom right there. That's it. I have no email.
Hey, that's it. That's just Instagram. So check me out. I'm gonna start posting some workout videos.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not a trainer. I'm not going that route. It's more like a workout experience in the gym, and like me working out with different people in the gym and just getting their perspective of why they work out and what keeps them going.
All right, you give me a discount, right? You can trade me. You can trade.
Hey man, hey.
No.
Hey, this dude squatting with no hands.
Hey man,
he's squatting 405 with no hands.
Hey man, there's a lot of germs on that bar, man. You already know that.
I done seen it in real life, so hey man, this dude don't need no training.
Always need training, man. I always need help from people, man. Listen, but guys, I want to thank you guys for rocking out with us for a new episode or another episode of Opinions and Consequences Off the Books. I want to thank my man Rick for coming through. Big dog.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
You already know the vibes. Man, but guys, stay safe. Be blessed. Happy New Year's. Salutations.